All right, guys, this is RC Universe World. Sorry we haven't had an update in a while, but we've got a new RC in the family, and can anyone guess what is in this box? Well, many of you know I've been working with the WL Toys 144001 and the 959s. Many of you have also seen my ARRMA Creighton videos, which I've enjoyed a lot. I love the 6S Creighton power, love the quality build that ARRMA puts out. But I really love the buggies too, and so I wanted to think about if I was going to get another RC, which I really wasn't, but started getting the urge, like many of you probably do, and I thought, what is the combination of an ARRMA and also the buggy and the 6S power? And lo and behold, this is what has showed up. So this is the ARRMA Typhon. And I'm going to pull off the cover here for the box, so just give me 1 second. I'm going to put this down just for one moment, and then I'm going to do that. So this is the ARRMA Typhon V4, and as you can see, we're back up and running. A couple things I want to note as we unbox it. This is the V4, and Horizon Hobby, of course, many of you know, from what I understand, bought out ARRMA after some issues, and this is 70 miles an hour, and that is the speed achievable with the optimum conditions on 6S LiPo with the optional pinion gear. So it's a very nice looking buggy. Got some cool things going on. Also does have the Spectrum radio, which a lot of people don't like. I don't have any experience with that, but I probably will be using my Radio Link radio and a receiver that I have. So this will have a gyro that will work through the receiver and also go to the servo, but it's also going to allow me to do a lot more fine tuning. On the box, some updates. This is the beautiful chassis. They did go to this updated plug, which kind of sucks because I have two 6S LiPos that I wanted to use, and my ARRMA Creighton has a different set of plugs. These are the IC5 connectors, and I have the XT90 connectors on my Creighton. A lot of people will use an adapter. That's what I've seen, but I hear it's not a good idea because you don't know how good the solder points are. So I just went ahead and bought a brand new 6S battery, 113 bucks. So you got to do it. So anyway, some interesting things here. They've got these special never pop ball ends, which is pretty cool. Plus you've got the BLX system, which is super powerful. I mean, this on my Creighton is a beast of a motor. I can't imagine what it's like in this buggy, excuse me, and I'm going to find out. Let's take a look at the box on the other side. You've got the Ready to Race official there. On the other side, you've got side profile of the Typhon and some other features here. You've got this servo that I think pretty much is not a great servo, the ADS 15M, 15 gram servo, metal geared. It is waterproof, but I've had to replace mine in the ARRMA Creighton. Probably one day I will have to as well, and that's about $100 some because you've got to get the new servo, and then you'll probably end up getting a new bracket. Not cool. This system is awesome. This motor is awesome, and this maybe is not so awesome. So there's good and bad. Let's see what you get if you end up buying one of these. So you get the whole bag of ARRMA goodies. You get your hex wrench, you get an Allen wrench, you get your optional, looks like you've got your speed gearing, which I believe is perhaps a 20. Let's take a look at this. Because one of the things I think a lot of people are interested in with these is speed. So if you are buying this for speed, or you're wondering about, how do you get the most performance out of these, let's see. And we're just going to take a look here and see what we got here. So I've always wondered how fast are these stock. So they say on 6S LiPo, we're looking at stock about 50 miles an hour is what they're saying, stock with the standard gearing. And then if you've got the speed gearing, 70. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So that's the speed gearing. Now, I don't know how many tooth that speed gear is. I think that's 20. Let me know down below. One of the things I did, the speed gearing on my ARRMA Creighton, I really kind of didn't like it that much. It seemed like it didn't have as much punch, of course, because it's geared a little bit taller, but I may certainly try it. It is tough to get off the pinions though. They do Loctite those pretty good. And a word of warning, if your wrenches are not like perfectly up to spec, you're gonna strip that screw and you're not gonna be happy. So you don't want to strip the grub screw. Honestly, 50 miles an hour for what I'm doing is plenty fast. Plus I do a lot of bashing stuff. So let's see what we got here. I've been wanting to pull it out and look at it. One thing that I was kind of surprised at was that this is a matte finish. Can see it's kind of matte. This is matte, which is not as shiny as the Creighton or some of the others, but still looks really good. Looks really nice. Really heavy duty clips. I mean, this is a big buggy. You know, when you see these things, or you're used to smaller buggies, you think, oh, this is, you know, smaller deal. This is big. You know, it's not as big as a Creighton. I'll eventually get some videos of them side by side. These clips are super tight. I don't want to mess anything up here, but I'll eventually get some videos of them side by side. So you pull this off. First thing you're going to see, of course, the famous ARRMA Don't Just Bash Blast trademark. You've got some nice reinforcements here. You've got some reinforcements here. Let's put that down there. Now, in here, you've got the new connectors that make it impossible to use the XT90 plugs. But basically, if you have an ARRMA, if you have a Typhon, a Creighton, the other one, the Italian, the Outcast, I should say, and you know, all of these are going to use the same system. This is the BLX 185. You've got same engine, everything set up. So just awesome stuff. All right, so what I'm going to do is let me pull it out. I'd like to have you guys get the first look of what this thing looks like pulled out. I'm going to just kind of rearrange a little bit here. Sorry about that. My phone was about to die. Okay, so let's get this thing out and see what it looks like. So this is the remote, Spectrum remote. Let me go through that real quick. What's in the box? It's in there. Pull it out. A lot of people don't like the Spectrum remotes, and I have